All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday to you. Welcome to today's Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. I'm your host, pilot, lead singer, and driver of the airplane, Uncle B. We got three things going on today. First flight, as you can see already posted up here, and the route. R-O-U-T-E, route. Apparently, oh, there it goes. Okay, I think Nightbot is having some issues today. I don't know why. But that's our departure with the runway and arrival with the runway. It says an hour 46. I don't think it's going to take anywhere near an hour 46 to cover this distance. Probably maybe about an hour-ish. And then we have a second flight after this, and then one more thing we're going to do, I'm going to go over some stuff in the for the A320 with Mick, or for Mick. I don't know if he's going to be here. I think he will be. I don't know. We'll see. If he's here, then I'll kind of go over some stuff, and I can ask him if he understands what I'm saying before I move on. And then we'll wrap things up. Next Saturday, we'll be in the 737 going from Moscow to Minsk. And that one should take a bit of time, I think. So, probably a couple hours, maybe an hour and a half-ish. So we'll get that done. And then we'll wrap things up. So, I'm waiting. I think Kev might be joining us today. He might be in the chat. I don't know. If somebody's in the chat, say hello. Let me know that you can hear me okay. Does the picture so far look okay? Anybody? Bueller? So yeah, that's what we got today. We got like a couple things going on. These flights shouldn't take very long to do. The second one is probably going to only take 20, maybe 30 minutes tops. So yeah, it's gonna go fairly quickly today. I'll give it a few more minutes. Hopefully somebody will pop in and say hello. I think somebody's lurking, whoever it might be. Otherwise, I'm just going to sit here and talk to myself, I guess. All right, about another minute, we'll get going. Oh, I had a viewer. Yep, they gave up. Story of my life. So yeah, we'll wrap up the month with a couple of 737 flights. So next Saturday we'll be in the official airline for Belarus. That's where we're heading to get the Belarusian flag collected. And then we're going to go on the 26th. We'll be going from Incheon to Macau to get the Macau flag. And then we'll be back in DC3 starting off in May. We had like a couple of DC3 flights to kick off the month. So, yeah. And possibly some helicopter flights will be mixed in. As soon as I get those controls, we'll get going. Alright, I'm going to get in here and get the plane started up. Excuse me. Alright, we're on the coast. We're in Benin today to start off with. This is the coastal town. Let's do a couple things first. Let's make sure all that is. Get the ground power on. That's it. Oh, crack the throttles just a little bit. On, get rid of the ground power. And put that onto GPS. That go. There we go. All right. Should be going to 2-4, which is down that way. Let's talk to somebody. See what they say first.
Cotonou ground Clipper 237 ready to taxi north departure.
Clipper 237 taxi, 2 and hold short of runway 24 using taxiway. Contact tower
Hello,
on
Kev.
118.7 when ready.
Are you joining?
Taxiing hold short runway 24 using taxiway Clipper 237.
I'll wait for you at runway 24 if you're gonna pop in. Okay. That's the route. Oh no, we just sliced the. Just ran over the ground crew guy. Okay. Well, I'll wait for you. No worries. Let's dial in our altitude. I'm gonna about. Oop, that's a little too. I'm gonna go about 8,000. There we go. Perfect. So this is what our flight kind of looks like here. We're going to take off runway 24.
Cotonou Tower Clipper 237 ready at runway 24 north departure.
Clipper 2 tree, 7 wind 202 at 6. Departure to the north approved. Cleared for
We're going to
takeoff
get out over
runway
the water,
24.
make a big right turn, get back on the line.
Cleared for takeoff runway 24
Be
Clipper
on our way.
237.
Climb into 8,000 feet. shouldn't take very long. Shouldn't have to. I don't think we'll get higher than 8,000. Hello, Joseph. Morning, afternoon for you. I don't know what everyone is. Who everyone is. There's just me and Kev so far in the chat. I don't know where everybody else is. I guess have other plans possibly today. How are you, Joseph? You okay? You doing all right, young man? Still loading is that's okay. I'll wait for you. I'm taxiing over to the runway, so or turn around and depart. So you got time. No worries. This isn't going to be a very long flight, so both of them that I'm doing right now aren't going to take very long to do. So. Plenty of time to wait. I think there's a turnaround point up there. It looks like there is. Yeah. All right. So all the flights, with the exception of one in May and one in June, we're just visiting countries we've not visited before or been to yet. Just trying to capture up some flags. There's I think if you visit so many countries, there's an achievement for that in FS Hub. So just trying to go places we've not been to before. I guess my earlier question fell on Joseph's deaf ears. Oh well. Is the sound okay? Is the picture okay? Can somebody tell me? Can they hear everything okay? Is my voice loud enough? All good. Alright, thank you, Kev. Appreciate it. Never speak up. Yeah, I know. Well, yeah. I'm learning that lesson, Kev. I'm learning not everybody likes it when you speak up. I knew what you meant. Alright, we'll wait here for Kev to spawn in. We don't have any kind of ILS approach or anything fancy today on this flight. On the first one. I don't know about the second one. I have to look. Depends on which way we come into our destination there in the American Samoas Islands. I was looking at the short and medium flight on FS Hub. Both of them will be over water, basically. I give up. I can't hear you at this, the subtle voice of yours. Subtle, I think is what you meant. Alright, there's Kev. Whenever you're ready, Kev, you can go ahead and go. I'll be right behind you. Yeah, I know what you mean. Alright, there goes Kev. Let him get down the runway. Alright, we'll be right behind him. Uh-oh. He's doing the dance to keep it on the runway. Going for 8,000 feet, Kev. Oh, forgot to do the
Clipper 237, continue for north departure.
Cotonou Tower Clipper 237, continue for north departure.
There we go. Here's coming up, Joseph. What? That was loud. Alright, making a nice wide right turn here. We're on our
Clipper 237, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Cotonou Tower Clipper 237 frequency change. Cotonou approach Clipper 237 is type 3 miles northwest of Cotonou 2,400 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Clipper 237 Cotonou approach. Squawk 212 tree.
Squawk 212 tree Clipper 237.
Clipper 237 radar contact 3 miles north of Cotonou, 2,800 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace Clipper 237.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad of a departure. Climbing nicely. This is about hour 14, hour 15-ish. Once we, go. We got a nice shadow plane on the water there. Right now is at just about an 8 knot wind from our right side. I think we only go to 6. Yeah, let's just go to 6. I don't think we have a lot of pine mountains. Yeah, we'll just level off at 6. This is mostly flat area. Donkey. That was pretty good trucking last night, Kev. Sorry you had to go. You were wiped out from your day, but it's understandable. Alright, let's get into our hood. Some auto lean. Change to the auxiliary tanks.
Clipper 237 contact cross center on 12.3.1. Good day.
Going to
was go or
123
pass
decimal
out,
1
yeah.
Clipper 237. Across center Clipper 237 5,900 feet.
Clipper 237 across center altimeter 29.81 radar contact. Continue.
Alright, yeah, it's incoming. So yeah, about 49 minutes. Touchdown on this one. The next flight is it's going to be quite short, maybe 30 minutes tops. It's not going to take very long to do the one in America Samoa. That'll be out over the water. So we're only going to get up to about 4,000 feet. And then we're going to come in for landing. It's about a 3,000 foot runway on the edge of an island. So it should be a pretty interesting challenge as far as landings go today. And then I'm going to hop into the A320 and go over some stuff for Mick. And hopefully he'll be in the chat, so as I'm going over things, A, he can take notes, and B, ask for clarification. And then we'll wrap things up for the day. Yeah, I don't know if you heard me earlier, Kev. The short is we'll look at it again. I looked at it last night. The short one is in Spain, and you're basically Los Rodeos. That's like North Tenerife. So you're basically in Spanish islands, and then the other one is Cancun to Miami. That's 462 nautical miles. That's primarily over water, I believe, to get to Miami from Cancun. I'm not sure if either of those really interest you if you're going to fly today. Here's our info currently. Well, I think now, I thought it said, yeah, I think it's Canary Islands. Oh, of course, the chat overlay is not. Oh. That happens every so often. I have to go back in and relink my, yeah, I'm going to have to relink it. Yeah, so I don't know if that returning to La Palma. There we go. All sorted. Yay. Yeah, every so often I gotta go back in. There we go. Oh, I don't want to chat. The ATC. There we go. Alright, it's working now. Yeah, I think every, like, month or so you gotta reset the, the connection. This is about firewall. Kevin behind.
Clipper 237 contact across center on 122.6.
We are 180
Good day.
nautical miles out. We still got a little ways to go.
Going to 122.6 Clipper 237. Across center Clipper 237 6,000 feet.
Clipper 237 across center altimeter 29.81 radar contact continue.
I do have a actual throttle set coming for the Honeycomb. It might be here today, if not Monday, that replicates. It's just like the not all this that you see here, well, except for the part that has the this part here. But you have the red for the mixture, you have the black for the throttles, and the white for the props. So I'm going to set that up today, or if they get here today, if not Monday. I also have one set for the Fokker F-28. I got that the other day. It was on sale from Just Flight, another classic regional jet. Some of their stuff is that plane and the Avro RJ, and I believe the Vulcan. Those three at least are working. Sorry, a lot of sound here for the last 4 minutes. Okay. So the so I got that coming in the mail, plus the stuff for the helicopters. I don't know when that's going to be here. It should ship, I would think, Monday. I'm hoping it'll get here before the end of the month, so I can get that set up. Seems like a fairly straightforward setup, and I may get a throttle set. I've been ordering stuff from ProDesk Sim that they have throttle sets for the Honeycomb Bravo that kind of gives you a bit more realism than just the standard stuff that it comes with. No, that's not it at all. So they're not. Some of them can be expensive. Like they have a brand new throttle set for the A320. It's like $130, but I was thinking about getting that as well. Even though I have one for the 737 that I need to use. I want to use that next Saturday. I just have to reprogram where the throttles are and all that kind of stuff. So I was thinking about getting one for the A320. I like to try the version 2 A320 just to see if it's better than the stock one. The stock one is just garbage at the end of the day. It really is. It's not I think I know what they tried to do, but I think they fell short on many levels. I want to see about the SimBrief integration on the version 2, how that works, if that works well. Let's see where Kev is behind us. There he is. We're about 7,000 feet. So yeah, just trying to have different stuff for different planes, and it's a bit more in line with what it's like, so it's different, because when I first started flying, everything was all in one, and now having to map everything out. It's okay. It's not a big deal. It just takes a bit of practice getting used to. I don't think the one for the DC-3 will take very long to do. It's just swapping where the throttles are and the prop stuff is already mapped out. So, yeah. But I've got the one for the 737. I was tinkering with it last night. I gotta get that set up for next Saturday, the next 2 Saturdays. Get that mapped out. Shouldn't take very long to do, I don't think. So let's see where we are. 120 nautical miles to go. So I'm hoping by the end of the month, the controls will be here for the helicopters. We may do a couple of Friday morning flights in the helicopter, just to have a bit of fun. I may not stream it. I just may do it. I don't know. As a matter of fact, I might just do that. I might just take off in a helicopter and just do my own thing for a bit, just to get used to it. The only thing I can't figure out, and I was trying to figure out a way to make this work, maybe you have some ideas, Kev, the fact that the landing rate monitor doesn't always capture if you land in a helicopter. I mean, it's almost like you said you had to slam into the ground to get it to register that you completed the flight, which I thought was kind of odd. But I guess, if that's what you gotta do. But see, I don't think flights with Joel uses, and I know he flies helicopters on a pretty regular basis. If he uses a landing rate monitor or not, I don't think he belongs to a virtual airline that I know of. yeah, we'll, yeah, I might just do that. Just do a couple of flights on my own just to see how it goes. Get a feel for things. I think it's pretty much straightforward. I don't think it'll be that big of a deal to do. Yeah, I might do that, but the only problem is I don't think it'll register. That part won't register with if I wanted the flight to count, like, you know, June 14th. I'm planning on a flight along the coast of Italy, you know, not Italy, south of France, stopping off at Monaco, and then going on to Italy. But I want to make sure that I get credit for the flag in Monaco. That's the main reason why I'm doing it, but also just to kind of see the area. That will be in Flight Sim 2024. That'll be our second to last flight. The last flight, let's see, look at the list here. June 7th, 14th, so 21st. I'm hoping to do a Concorde flight on the 21st. 7th of June, we're going to do a D-Day flight. We're taking off from Thruxton, and we're heading to the coast, across the channel, and we're going all the way to Orly in the DC-3, but it'll have a, it stinks, but they need to fix it. Yeah, they do. So we'll have like a military themed livery for the DC-3 on the 7th of June. 14th, the helicopter tour, coast of France, land in Monaco, continued along to Italy. And then June 21st of June, hopefully it's going to be the Concorde flight, JFK to Heathrow. I got to get into the Concorde and start tinkering with that to make sure that I can still start up the plane and do all the fun stuff. We are 106 nautical miles out, so we still got a little bit of time. So yeah, that's so I'm looking forward to that. We'll get the achievement for flying across the Atlantic. That shouldn't take very long to do if we can get up to altitude and break the sound barrier. We should, well, not if, but when. Get up there, break the sound barrier, get across the Atlantic with quickness, and then that'll wrap that up. But I gotta map out throttles for that. I have a throttle set already for it came with it's got 4 throttles with it, so I just may use these for the there's Kev. Possible. There'll be a number for you to call later, Kev. Possible pilot deviation in the air. Let's see if I can get a picture of that. Don't go anywhere, Kev. Hold on. There we go. Perfect. Got it. Shot. was. Okay. We'll use that gear now. What is this? Okay. Oh, right. There you go. Post it in your Discord there, Kev. Alright, 91 nautical miles out. Still got a little ways to go before we can talk to the airport, although I don't think it's towered. It's a very... I almost suspect this has got a dirt runway. There's no... on the chart, matter of fact, here, let me pull this up and watch this. This is the airport that we're going to right now. It doesn't say... So it's about 1,300 feet in elevation, 5,200 feet long runway, but there's no charts or anything, so you can't get an idea of what to expect as far as the runways go. So there is another airport nearby, it looks like, but that one's not. That's weird because it looks very similar, same numbers and everything. I wonder if this is going to be the new. They're going to close this one down and open this one up because this looks like a much longer runway, but there's no. Interesting. I just noticed that. Maybe the other one was the old one. The one we're going to. So we'll get down to about 4,000 feet as we get a little bit closer. And we'll circle around and come in on runway 22. Do the best we can with what we got. Not a lot of information, though. Not a lot of information. Oops. Oh, there it is. think about here, which shouldn't be much longer, we'll pop back over to the main tanks. That should carry us the rest of the way into our destination. Well, I got some lurkers in the chat. I guess Kevin, well, Kevin's just you and I for right now, nobody else is chat. At least not that I've seen, other than Joseph early on. I think Joseph buggered off, which is about typical. I mean, I already know what he's up to, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, the runway, okay, Joseph. Yeah, the runway is about 5,000 feet long. The one that we're going to. Yeah, about 5,300 feet. This one's, the chart here says 5,249 feet long. But it's interesting that there's another airport here, according to Navigraph, but there's no. This seems like a more modern because it looks like it has actual. So I don't know if this is the airport that's replacing the one that we're going to, or if this one replaced the other one for whatever reason. When was this plane built? Back in the late 30s? Yeah. Yeah, the 1930s. Let's see, it was first. Yeah, 1936. Mid to late 30s. When was this? Yeah, the one on the right. Yeah, the one on the right is the one we're going to, but there's another one. According to the charts, there's another airport not far, so I don't know if one's replaced the other. One will replace the other. I just noticed that when I was zooming in on our destination, that there's another airport with similar runway numbers. But it seems like this is a much larger runway compared to the one that we're going to. So I don't know if this eventually will be. It seems like this will be the newer one, possibly on the left. But we're going to this one right here. But I can't tell. I think this is a dirt runway, maybe? Possibly. It might be gravel. There's not a whole lot of information, though. That's the only drawback. Alright, 70 nautical miles to go. Let's have a look at our fuel there. We'll go a little bit more before we have to swap tanks. So, yeah. Anyway. This is Kevin. Young Joseph Adams in the chat. Well, I appreciate you guys chatting. Not fun when you're flying on your own and nobody's talking to you. Well, I shouldn't say on, but just flying. You're streaming and nobody's. Yeah, that's what I thought. I figured ours was going to be dirt. The other one, that's what I'm saying. The other one seems like it's an improved, but even then, a lot of airports here probably are. They don't. I don't know, Joseph. You tell me. I maybe they're out. Maybe maybe they're like, this is gonna be a boring flight, so I'm not gonna bother. I don't know. People are probably getting ready for Easter celebrations. I don't know. Anything. Don't know what to tell you, Joseph. Exactly. You know, if you ask the question, I'm just giving you an answer that, as far as I know, I couldn't tell you. I post the links. People show up if they're able or if they want. If not, yeah. That's what I kind of figured. Let's look on the map. See. There is, that's the same, on a little nav map. No, that can't be it, because that looks different. The other one seems to be a lot closer. Or could be. No, that might be about the distance. This one might be close. But it's weird because, according to the chart, this is like somewhere down here. But anyway, that's alright. We'll make it stick. Well, there's a Bella. Look, you guys don't have to do that. Okay, honestly, you don't need to do that. If people want to be here, or if they are available, they will be here. You guys don't need to do that anymore. I post the links. People have time or they're able, they'll be here. That's how it works. Okay. You guys don't have to message one another or anything. But you guys please don't do that. Okay. Just if people see the link and they can join and watch the stream, or if they want to learn whatever, that's fine. It's okay. Oh, it's alright. That's why I posted in the Discord, Amela, because not everybody gets a notification, so that's why I post the link in there to let everybody know I'm live. But it's fine. But yeah, you guys don't have to say, hey, so and so's live. I mean, I know I can lose focus sometimes, or I know I've gotten a notification, but I'm slow getting into somebody's stream, but I try to be there. It's okay. I appreciate it. I looked at Twitch, all the numbers are down as far as viewers go. Yeah. I think people, it's Easter, people are taking time off, they're going places with families, they don't have time to watch streams, whatever. I was gonna go to 8, but I figured 6 was fairly reasonable. I'm gonna drop to 4 as we get a little bit closer. But that's fine. You cruise where you feel comfortable. It's all right. I had, it wasn't a fancy. I feel kind of weird even saying it, but I had, Marie Callender's has like these bowl things now. So I had, it was, what do you call it? Well, no, I said it before, Kev. That's all right. Fine. It's okay. It was macaroni and cheese with shrimp. That's all. It wasn't like the fanciest thing, but that's all I had for dinner last night. I think I ate that real quick. I think that might have been after you. I wasted a lot of fuel getting up here. You never. What are you talking about? You don't have fuel usage on anyway, Kev. Waste any. What are you talking about? I've never known you to use fuel. You haven't set to the unlimited fuel. Unless you changed something and you didn't tell me that. Yeah, that's all I had for dinner last night. I was gonna make a salami and provolone sandwich, but I had that for lunch yesterday, so let's see what we're at now. 40. Okay, we should be able to talk to them, I think, by now. What's our nearest airport? Let's say. There it is, right there. Runway 22.
Delta Bravo Bravo Papa traffic clipper 23744 miles south 6,000 feet inbound to land runway 22.
The day I switched. Yeah, alright. You, that, that would be a huge leap for you, I think, Kev. But if you did, congratulations. Welcome to the Fuel Users Club. Alright, let's start dropping some altitude here. We're going to go down to about 4,000. Yeah, let's go 4,500. Shall we? Yeah, let's do it. Alright. Let's get ourselves set up for landing. Well, I never check my mirrors. I don't have any mirrors. Can't get me on that one, Kev. Right, let's go with a full mixture. Full rich. Auto rich. Auto lean. Auto rich. Well, I didn't expect you to be there because for a while there you were way above me, and then you were been to the sides, back and forth. That's all right. All right, let's have a look at our little nav map and see what we are. All right, so what we're looking for, we got this. The city of Parakou. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna look for this highway, I guess. This main road here. And we're gonna use that kind of as a guide. We're gonna use that. We're gonna go out and around this way. We're going to try to use this kind of somewhat as a guide to get us to our airport. But it's right somewhat in the middle of the city almost. So it should be fairly easy to spot. Alright, level off of 4,500. No, I didn't. I didn't. It's okay. This should be, if I remember correctly, I think I only had one flight left. Yep, this will be 50 flights. Get that achievement done today. Yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm used to it. So. Let's see this road. This road that we're flying by, this one right here to our right, and then eventually we're going to pass it over right now. That should take us right into the city. Been to Brooklyn? No, I've only been to NYC. I've not been to Brooklyn at all. I don't believe I ever. I can't say that I have, but I don't think I have. Just only to the city. That's about it. I was really hoping to go to the city one more time. I wanted to get to the Carrier Museum. The Intrepid, is it? I think it's the USS Intrepid. Anyway, I wanted to go there one more time to see that. When I was there, they didn't have the one time I visited it. No, but I've not been in the Brooklyn part. I was only in the right by the. Yeah, I've been to Manhattan. Yeah. We went to the Javits Center for. Well, I've been twice. One was to the Javits Center for a trade show, and then when I was working at the community college. And then the second time was downtown when somebody I was dating came to New York, and I drove out, picked her up from the airport. We stayed downtown. I was born in Manhattan. Oh, okay. Nice. It wasn't a far walk to, what's it called? Central Park. Yeah, it was for a broadcasting show. We went to basically look for equipment for the community college for the they have a class on television studio stuff. So they were looking for like a new production board, I think it was, of some kind. For the television production stuff. But it was a really neat experience. All kinds of cool stuff. A lot of stuff for like podcasters, like soundboards and all that. Microphones. They had all kinds of cool stuff there. It was a pretty neat experience. Alright, let's see what. Sorry, start focusing on landing the plane here shortly. Alright, so we're nearly outside the city. Start getting some flaps down. So yeah, it was a neat experience. I'm glad I got to go because I wandered around there for a little bit, and I was like, you know what? Since we'll be here most of the day, I'm going to try to run over to the Intrepid, do the tour, but the Concorde was closed for the tour. The space shuttle that's there was closed off. I think they were doing some renovation work or something. So I didn't get to go see that. I really wanted to go see those, but I didn't have the time, unfortunately. So yeah, I always wanted to go back and see those. Alright, about 11 nautical miles out, so we should be getting ready to turn here shortly. Let's have a look at her. Okay. The road should be to our left. Let's have a look out the window here. See the road. See like a significant road. Let's have a look outside, shall we? It's kind of blended into the scenery. It might not be paved, it might be a dirt road, for all we know. Anyway, uh, all right, we're almost there to the city center. Let's get our decision right. About that. Not that we really need it, but I always like to put in 300 feet just to be on the safe side. Alright, the airport's almost in front of us now. There's the city center. Looks like. Well, I think what we're gonna do is mark our that's where I kind of figured it was. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and fire the autopilot and get this thing on the ground. Okie dokie. Oh yeah, that's definitely a dirt strip. I wouldn't say grass. Yeah, that's definitely dirt. All day to Sunday. If you're prepared to land, go for it, Kev. Might be a bumpy landing too.
Delta Bravo Bravo Papa Traffic Clipper 237 3 miles southeast 4,500 feet inbound to land runway 22.
All right, real quick before we go to the commercial break. Go. Gears down and locked. We made it on the ground yet, Kev? How'd you do? He's still on final, it looks like. Kev's almost there. Did you make it, Kev? How'd you do? $265. Nice. Good stuff. Alright, here we go. Is it a bumpy surface or fairly decent for a dirt roadway? It's okay, no bumps unless you make them. Okay. Fair enough. Thank you.
Bravo Papa traffic Clipper 237 is on final runway 22 to land.
Found the airport. No runway lights or nothing. Yeah, I got this. That was what do you reckon, Kev? A 188. I'll take it. Joseph? He floated it forever. I didn't think he was going to make it. I think he was going to run out of runway room. Yeah. Well, you were right. I came in a little too high. I should have dropped altitude a little bit more. Floated it forever, but yeah, we made it. Kev was probably sitting in his chair going, "Set it down already. My God, what are you doing?" Get another picture here for prosperity's sake. Not that one. There we go. Well, that's a good picture right the way it is. I like it. You don't even have to move or anything. Oh, let me get a picture of the landing rate for. There we go, got that. Alright, let's shut this thing down. Refile. We'll go do our other flight here shortly. I'm going to take just a quick break. Hour 10 in the air. Look at that. I like it. Alright, that should be... There it is. The Exhibitionist. 50 flights in the D-33, C-47, or Supermarine Spitfire. I think a lot of those were in the Spitfire at first. Whole egg sandwich while you were floating. Yeah, I'm sure you did. Alright. We mark that as done, and we will do our second flight here in just a minute. I gotta get the... Alright. Let me change the... Get ready to change the route information. I'll put that in as soon as we know which runways we are... Okay. Give me just a second, folks. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's we're looking at NSTU Pago Pago International. Going to NSFQ. Yep, that's it. As arrival. So we're looking at runway 5 and runway 12. Update. There we go. That's our information right there. I'm gonna change the time, get some sun here once we spawn in. Get our plane started up. Like I said, this should be a fairly short flight. It's not going to take very long. We're going to get up to about 4,000 feet. Like I said, cruise the whole way. It should be a fairly quick run to our destination. And then we got one more thing to do after that. All right, let's change the time. So about, there we go. That's perfect. Ooh, uh-oh. We may have to slew this back just a smidge. Yeah, let's do that. Otherwise, there's no way we will get out of there. Okay. all set to start up. Start. It's got fuel. Nope. Yeah. Let's try again. That's weird. Alright, hold on. Let's restart. Let's start up the engines. Yeah, no, we're going to start where we were, and then we'll slew backwards a bit. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. It automatically shows up like that. It's not like correctly what's it called? It for whatever reason it does that. I don't know why, but it does. All right. Let's get. It's not modeled correctly. This, I think, is what I'm trying to say. All right, 4,000 feet it is. Let's talk to somebody.
Pago Traffic Clipper 237 is taxiing to runway 5.
Well, if you're ready to go, you're almost to the departure runway. I would have been there if I hadn't had a technical difficulty starting up the left engine, but that's okay. Go for it. You're ready to go. Oh, jump. Oh. I thought you were talking about somebody else. I didn't think about John Wayne.
Pago traffic Clipper 237 taking off runway 5 departure to the east.
Alright, get this flight done. Then we got one more thing to do after this. Wrap it up for the day. Alright, let's go.
Auckland Center Clipper 237 is type 2 miles east of Pago 600 feet. Request flight following.
Clipper 237 Auckland Center. Squawk 0441.
Squawk 0441 Clipper 237.
Clipper 237 radar contact 2 miles east of Pago 1,000 feet. Altimeter 29.84.
Roger Clipper 237.
Hey, Scruff, how are you? Alright, Amela, that's fine. This one won't take very long to do. It's 34 and it's going fast. Granddaughter, so I'll be lurking. Ah, no worries. Just a couple quick flights today, and then a short tutorial for stuff that Nick was asking me to go over for him. So yeah, no worries. Wow, look at this scene. that we can already talk to our destination. I think there's many airports in the area here. Hey, Infidel, how are you? Nice to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully you're well. Our second flight of the day. Just got done in Benin, Africa. And heading to we are in America Samoa. This little hop over this island. We're going to here. Let's say it was 12 was the yep, 12. So we're coming in here. I think what we'll do is we'll come over to the airport, do a big circle around, get our bearings and set her down, and then oh, there's Mick, and then we got some stuff to do for Mick. Good afternoon, Mick. How are you? I was just about to say your name. Your ears must have been burned. So yeah, we just got some, hey, Ian Fisher, how are you? Nice to see you. Welcome to the Uncle B Sim channel. How are you? Yep, this is a quick run here to this little airport here in American Samoa. And we'll be on the ground before we know it. Agent Presta, how are you? Did I get a raid and I didn't know it? Everybody's here all of a sudden. There's Kev. Along in the DC-3 as well. Now, let me preface this. The stuff that I'm doing fine, just waking up. Excellent. I don't know, Joseph getting food. Yeah. Great plane, fun to fly. Not a lot of thrills and spills and whatnot. But it gets the job done. Pardon me, I'm having a quick snack here to. So yeah, when we start the stuff for Mick here shortly, let me preface this: I'm by no means an expert at anything. I try to be good at stuff I do. So I want to go over some stuff that he asked me to go over, just from my own knowledge set and what I know works for me. In the A320, the stock A3, not the version 2, but the stock A320, which isn't, it's not anywhere near what you could hope for as a jetliner in this sim. Yes, for mixed notes. So that's what we're gonna do after we land here in Fitiuta. I probably butchered that name, but I'm not sure. So we're basically visiting countries we've not visited before, to get flags for the countries for FS Hub. Just trying to fly some places that seem interesting. I know this is kind of boring because it's just over the water and there's no real scenery. Not much I can do about that. But hopefully our landing area, I'll put up, so here, we're going to land here. So this seems like it might be a pretty large, an island with some, yeah, matter of fact, right there. So what we may do is as we get close, we just may take a right turn, is do a big, wide right turn around the island and then come in. I'm going to try, Kev. I can't promise you, but I don't know which one do you want to do, because like I was saying before, let me say it again, the flight is predominantly over water today. So I know you don't like over the water because there's not much to look at. It's up to you. But I will try to be there. I don't think I have anything going on that's pressing today. Knock on fake wood. So I should be able to join in. It'll be about 1 o'clock my time. So I don't know, do you want to do, which of the two do you want to do? Alright, let's drop some altitude here. Let me get back inside the flight deck here. Alright, kind of most likely the short one. Okay. Alrighty. I think I can do that. I think I can manage that. Looks like our destination is covered in clouds. Alright, short one it is. If we were going to do the medium, I was going to take the 737 just to, because it wouldn't take long to get from Cancun to Miami in the 737. But yeah, short one sounds good.
November Sierra Foxtrot Quebec traffic clipper 23744 miles west 3,200 feet inbound to land runway 12.
Let's see. We are looking at a. See, this says 2300, but if I look at the chart, right? Let's pull up the chart here. this is 3,200 chart. All right, well that's what we're looking at. We're gonna go around the island, come back in. We're gonna make a wide right turn around the island and come into 1-2. Yep, next Saturday, 7:37, Moscow to Minsk to land in Belarus. If you want to fly a jetliner, you're more than welcome to next Saturday. And then the last Saturday of the month, we will be in going from Incheon to Macau. In the 737-800 Jin Air real world flight. So anybody who wants to fly a jetliner along for either one of those, you're more than welcome to. Highly suggest using especially for both of them. Do a flight plan. It'll make things a heck of a lot easier. Next DC-3 action will be 3rd May. I have to write down which country we're trying to go to. 24th May, Dallas Love to Reagan National for our annual Memorial Day weekend flight. Taking veterans from the Dallas area to the nation's capital for Memorial Day services. But we have 4 DC-3 flights coming up in May. June 7th, another DC-3 flight for D-Day Memorial flight. And then we're doing some helicopter stuff hopefully on the 14th of June, and the 21st, hopefully the Concorde. JFK to Heathrow. A flight that's been a long time coming. Every time I think, oh yeah, we can do this, things just don't work out that way. So that's what we got coming up. Thank you all for coming in and hanging out today. Hopefully you enjoyed today's flight so far. If you haven't, you know who to talk to. Kev stream. Be flying with him on the short flight. As far as I know, I don't have, like I said, I don't have anything pressing. Oh, I should also give a shout out to Mick. Mick is getting back into oh, there it is. He's getting back into streaming. Bad folks on this island. There we go. Does FC25 does some we do the farm, and also he's getting back into No Man's Sky before the release of the new game later this year, unless it gets delayed for some reason. But let's see what else. Yeah, those things for sure. Rumor has it there might be a golf game coming up that he may or may not stream. No problem, Nick. Glad you're back streaming. He does all kinds of stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and start dropping some flaps so we can drop some speed. Give him a follow if you don't already. You won't be sorry. Kev, appreciate that. And he's on Twitch. He's on. He does YouTube as well. You can find him on either one. Twitch picture, of course, is generally a lot better. Should also do his usual collaborator, Pulse. Give him a follow as well. He's been playing Dragon Age the Veilguard. He also does footy with Mick. He does a bit of everything. He likes to try different games and my stream can please say to me. Just call him Mick. Yeah, just call him Mick. His whole, yeah, just call him. That's fine. You don't have to say Watt Mickford. Just call him Mick. He knows who you're talking about. Well, it can't be that bad because Joseph calls pulse pules. Not, he doesn't say pules. He types it in, and instead of saying pulse or pulsing, he says he puts it in a different. So. See, he just added an E to your name, Kev. Kevis. Who's Kevis? Joseph. Who are you talking to? There's nobody named Kevis in here. Keeves? You talking about Keeves? Who's Keeves? You mean Kev? You mean Kev? Keeves? Kevis? Pules? One of these days he's gonna call Mick McDonald's. A little closer, we'll start our turn here in a minute. I'm just saying. Might as well. Knows you probably call Scruffy Fluffy. Alright, let's fire that autopilot. Let's go get this done. Not in your DC3, so I couldn't say, Kev. Did you run out of fuel? Maybe you firewall that broke the plane. You didn't check the oil before you left, did you? I thought you were better mechanically inclined. Check the oil. All right, let's see here. Let's have a look at our little nav map. All right. So where we've deviated. We went ahead and deviated from the plan. Fly by the island, wave at everybody as we go by. Feet. This looks like it's at least 5,000 feet, maybe. I think this is a volcano. I don't know how active it is, but could have done maybe. I don't know. Maybe not in 2020, but in 2024 we could have flown out here with a float plane and landed right there by this beach that's off to the left here just a bit. Done with this flight, and then we'll get going on the stuff for Mick. So. Should be right on the coastline there, Kev. Apparently, runway inside. All right. Apparently, we are not going to do the stuff for Mick. flight is over. So once we land here, we will be wrapping things up for today. Alright, Amela, welcome back. We are circling the island here. Kev has got the runway in sight. He's lined up for landing. Headwind or something. Plane really wants to climb. Instead of dropping altitude. Opened the window by accident. Yeah, I knew that was coming from Joseph. Well, at least we're not up like at 28,000 feet or something when I open the window. We're not going too fast either, so that's okay. I think Kev might have made it on the ground already. What do you reckon, Kev? Is it? What's the airport like? What's it like? Yeah, it looks like he's on the ground. How'd you do? Negative 71, well done. Very nice. Look at the airport here as we fly over. Looks like a paved runway. Have fun landing here. Is it that? Okay. Will do. That's why I figured it'd be a fun challenge. It's not a very long runway. Big tree in the way. Oh, okay, I see it. I think I see which one you're talking about. Fair enough. So we gotta skirt over the trees. Alright. Let's go ahead and do the There you go, Joseph. Landing gears down and locked. Oh, thanks, Kev. If I'm gonna be cremated, I pass on. I haven't decided yet. Still on here. I always wanted to see if I could get just a smidge of my ashes scattered. There's a hillside in the town I was stationed at in Germany that has they got vineyards and all that there. I'd like to get just a smidge of my ashes. I don't know, maybe somebody could just they're doing it as best as can be expected of Melanie. Alright, here we go. Let me focus on the landing. I would probably have to get permission from the government to do that. And I know some governments are not keen on allowing such things. But that's always been my wish is to at least have that. But they'd probably say, nah, we can't allow that. But I guess I'd just have to write a letter. I didn't get the ads in time to mute them. Whatever you want to call it. Snooze them. Oh boy, I'm way high. That's alright, we got this. We got this. crosswind. Uh-oh. Okay. Yep, let's go around. Well, that's got a doozy of a crosswind. Hey, look, everybody, I pulled a cab and went around. Saw that coming. Yeah, that was a heck of a crosswind. Okay, let's try this again. That's alright. Look at that, Joseph. You get to see the gear come down a second time. Yeah, it was a heck of a crosswind. Alright, we're not going to get up too high. We're going to stay about right here. Look over your shoulder in the back seat. That's alright. Got this. Alright, there we go. I mean, this is a cargo flight, or we're going to need some more diapers. What's going on, sick bag? How are you? No, we're just having a bit of a... Well, I'm trying to collect up country flags for FS Hub. Okay, it's all yours. Make us proud. Have you gotten any new... have I gotten anything new? I've gotten a few new things that I was going to think about streaming at some point, but nothing like really... nothing I think that would be of... There we go. All right, gears down again, Joseph. Here we go. I like to see you fly over aircraft, huh? Thanks. Yeah, I fly the DC-3 fairly regularly on the street, I think. All right, turning in again. We're at about... I think this is a good altitude this time. Yeah, I did get the, there's one called the Gabrielle. It's like a little single engine general aviation. It's supposed to be like a GA trainer. It's not a bad plane. It wasn't a bad price for it either. Hasn't been much out lately that made me kind of go like, "Ooh, I gotta have this." You know, I'm trying to get stuff from Just Flight because they've already gotten some of their stuff working in new sim. So, like their regional stuff is working already, supposedly in 2024. So I feel pretty good about that. I'm trying not to buy anything in the new sim yet. There's been nothing in that marketplace releases that have kind of like wowed me. Alright, here we go this time. Let me shut up now and focus on putting this thing on the ground this time. I think we're in a better place this time than we were before. Maybe drop a little more altitude. Got a doozy of a crosswind coming in. You guys saw the sock as we came in the first time, which way it was blowing, so it's going to be quite the challenge. Still feel like I'm too high. Let's drop down a little bit more. Not too much. We don't want to go into the water either. This seems like okay. I see two reds. I did briefly, I think. Kev might be at the other end messing with the patty lights. Oh, that's three reds, it looks like. That's alright, we're going for it. See, it still says too high. I don't think these patty lights are working. Kev might have disconnected them. Go right to the tree. Look at that crosswind. Oh. Oh, that had to be butter. That had to be butter. If that tree was solid, though, I don't think we would have made it. Oh. Phew. Let's have a look. It was a 76. I'll take it. I'll take that. Phew. Man, that was a tough one. That was tough. Phew. Yeah, that boy. I think they'd probably fly something a bit smaller in and out of here, probably like a Twin Otter or something. Let me go park next to Kev here and get another picture here. Yeah, that was a doozy. Oh, thank you, Ma. Appreciate it. So yeah, we're gonna wrap things up here. Nick messaged me while I was skirting the island there, checking the locals. That looks like there's a helipad here too. Right there on the beach, kinda. Get another picture. That's a good picture right there. I like that. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and find a place to park. I think there's a... Yep, right down there. See where I... Yeah, it looks like a helipad right there. This would be a fun place to take a helicopter flight into. But yeah, they must take like a Twin Otter or something small. Raid Ian, he's live. Okay, let me... I may not have his... Or I'll see. I think I have him. I follow him already. I'll take a look. Thanks, Kev, for the reminder. Appreciate it. Yeah, there is a small terminal here, it looks like. So yeah, they must use like a small plane in and out here, like a 208 maybe, even. Something for island hopping, cargo. Maybe even a Kodiak. I'm just gonna park right here in the grass. Yeah, I think I follow them so I can rate them. Yeah, we'll rate them real quick once we wrap things up. But thank you for reminding me. I appreciate that, Kev. I always tend to raid. I want to raid, and then I just kind of get sidetracked. Okay, that's all that shut down. We can go ahead. Nope, not in the correct spot. Okay, that's all right. Oh, let me get the picture of the landing rate for the second flight, just for general purpose. All right, there we go. Yeah, good flights. Good flights. All right, folks, we're going to raid Ian Fisher real quick. Say hello to him. We'll be back next Saturday, same time, in the 737. So if you want to fly a jetliner, more than welcome to. See you later, Amela. All right, let's go ahead and set up the raid. Let me find Ian. Oh, here we go. Following. Boozy sheep. There he is. All right. We'll see you next Saturday, everybody. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I have been and always shall be your host, pilot, lead singer, and driver of the airplane, Uncle B. Till next time, peace. Live long and prosper.